Minnesotans have enjoyed getting out on our lakes for decades, and a St. Paul man is looking to bring back that vintage boat feel. Kevin Fitzke is a fan of the old wooden race boats, but not many people make them from scratch anymore. So he decided to do exactly that. In this week's Finding Minnesota, John Lauritsen shows us why Kevin is part of a new generation that's building something old and classic.
Ever since I could walk was trying to just build whatever I could either think of or get a model kit of some sort.
From the start, Kevin Fitzke wasn't afraid to get his feet wet. So it's probably a good thing that he makes wooden paddleboards for a living. But his love is something much bigger and much older.
And this boat is from a time when boats were more expensive than houses.
It's just amazing to think that just a toy could be more expensive than, your home.
That's part of the reason Kevin was inspired to bring back a classic feel. He's restored boats from the 1920s and 30s before, but building one from scratch was a lifelong dream.
They just have character to them. You can tell there's a soul in it.
While most people turn to YouTube for help, Kevin turned to an 83-year-old book, back to a time when wooden boat races could draw hundreds of people. And because times were tight, design plans for race boats were published in do-it-yourself books.
The idea is that you could then just get the book and build your whatever boat you wanted to.
So that's exactly what he did. He first built a model to go by. Then he went to work, spending nights and weekends cutting out each part to build frames, and then putting the frames together like a jigsaw puzzle.
All the wood on the deck here is Philippine mahogany.
He had to hunt down vintage parts on eBay and at swap meets.
The steering wheel is actual period correct 1930s. This is a 1965 small block GM 283 cubic inch motor.
But after 2 long years, what came out in the end is far better than he could have ever imagined, leaving a wake of second guesses behind.
It's cool though, I like it. Really cool.
Thank you. Kind of feel like a celebrity in a way. People are, even when you're driving to the lake, people are trailing you on. I think it's just the postcard picture of everything, it's the feeling of just being out on the water.
Now Kevin is adding to that postcard picture. He can be found speeding across Minnesota lakes as if he's racing back in time. He named his throwback boat Bug Bite for obvious reasons.
They always say once you're bitten by the bug, you're hooked.
And he's hoping others become hooked too.
It's been a passion of mine and, a dream that I think about all the time. It's that whole process that's involved in the history learning and stuff that I really enjoy.
John Lauritsen, WCCO 4 News.
Kevin says his next project will be building a 1924 John Hacker boat from scratch. If you'd like to see Kevin's wooden paddle boards and wooden race boats, we have a link on our website. Just go to wcco.com/links. That is a cool looking boat.
That was so cool.
And man, those things should go fast for especially how old they are.